Hey there guys, and welcome back to Bravely Default. So in the last episode, we took on Kikyo, the ninja, and we got the ninja asterisk, which we now currently have on yes. Now granted, there are some things we can still grab from the red mage class, but it's quite a few job points away, so I can go grind that on my own time and get those job points. So for the time being, let's try the ninja seal out. We'll try it out, because there are some pretty good abilities we can grab from the ninja class. At level 2, it looks like we learn Transience, which counters attack upon evading attack, which is a passive, which is also quite nice. We also learned something called Utsusemi, which evades a physical attack one time, so that will work really well with Transience. Let's see, we also have Iki Kaisei, increases our hit count, and Kairai. So for this turn, enemy target will be the target selected by this ability, so kind of like a doppelganger evasion attack. That's what I'm trying to go for here. As well as dual wield. No penalty for dual wielding weapons. As well as Shippu Jinrai. An attack that will always attack at the start of the turn. That was the attack that Kikyo was using quite a bit of. Unfortunately, it's actually kind of hard for me to read it in Romanji. If this was in hiragana or in katakana, I'd probably be able to read this a lot easier, but oh well. For the time being, I also have a spear on top of Ani's. Now, knowing that you're not supposed to, because it's a ninja, and a ninja holding a spear is kind of weird and unorthodox, I have spear lore from the Valkyrie class, and I don't think this is going to work well damage-wise, to be honest, but since specials are linked to your weapons, this will basically allow me to use a spear special. And the spear special is linked to getting your crit rate up, which is helpful, and in order for it to activate, you need to attack enemies, I think, physically 10 times or something along those lines. So it might be helpful to have. I don't know. I will have to try it out. Alright. In today's episode, we have business upon the Grandship, so let us go check it out.
I haven't seen you lot in a while. I heard about your exploits, though. Zat's told me all about it. He and his mates stop by for a drink when they're around. Stop by later, okay? I'll give you a special treat.
Did she say special treat? I'm so down for this.
Ah, there you are. I can't give you any liquor, but you can help yourself to anything else on the menu.
Are you sure? That's very generous of you.
Make yourselves at home. I've taken a shine to you all.
I'll have the braised shanks and spicy seafood steak.
Fluffy cheese omelet, please. Oh, and a palatial parfait deluxe.
Sautéed wild pheasant and the slow-cooked country-style stew.
Sweet herb and nut porridge and some jam-slathered toast.
Sure thing. Hang on a second.
What was that?
We've been having that a lot lately. Grandship might be finally coming apart.
Yikes! Oh, that was a big shake.
How long ago was Grandship built?
They say it's been 3,000 or 4,000 years. Basically a long time ago.
Wow. It's that old?
All right, it's all ready. Help yourself to seconds, of course. Here you go.
Let's eat! That was a feast and a half.
Is that all you're having, Agnès? You eat like a sparrow. I lived by modest means at the temple, and I still get full very easily.
Say, proprietress, do you have any plans tonight? Shall we take a stroll on the deck and listen to the waves?
What's this guy on about?
There we go again. That sound gives me the shivers.
We're all used to it here. The whole town floats on the sea, after all. It's nothing out of the ordinary for it to creak and sway a bit.
I'm stuffed. I couldn't eat another bite.
You ate too much, Tiz. I can't believe you put all that away. Do men always eat such volume?
Well, I guess so. I haven't pigged out that much in a while, though.
I see. Quite an appetite.
Oh, good of you to stop by.
Hi there.
Greetings. Ah, the wind vestal.
Rare to see you both here together. The usual dads?
No, I'm good today. I'm glad we ran into you guys here.
Huh?
You'd best flee the ship soon.
Flee?
The whole place moved!
Medea! Agnès! Proprietress! Hold on to me as tight as you can. I'll support you.
I'm good, thanks.
Then you, Eri!
I can fly, fool! The ground shaking does nothing to me.
No need to be shy, girls.
This place is sinking, and it's going down quick.
They're in a panic up on deck.
Don't worry, Ringabel. I'll hang on to you. Hold on to me, Taiko. See, Ringabel, you kill me. Okay, let's go see what's going on up deck. I'm so glad Ringabel is the way he is. He just brings so much comedic relief. Especially in these tense times. Okay, so we're going all the way up to the top. I don't think I've been here before, actually.
What is happening?
Say, didn't Ringabel's journal say something about an engine room? Maybe this is it here? But it won't open.
I'll check the journal again. Nothing's changed.
There must be a clue around here somewhere. Let's all look.
What's this?
Found something?
What language is it written in? I can't read a word.
Same here. It's all gibberish to me.
Can you read it, Agnès? Wait, this is the ancient language of the Crystal Adventists. I can only make out a few words. Oh, wow! I'm impressed. Engine room door. Heart of the ship. Requires orichalcum. Ship will rise.
Engine room door.
It must mean this door. I remembered something. Huh? Eggle, that orichalcum he picked up.
Wait. So we have to go to Eggle, and he's all the way back in Kaldisla. I'm just gonna. Are you kidding me? Alright. Back to Kaldisla. We can at least visit Carl again. Alright, you don't need to see me fight monster upon monster on the sea, the same old monsters again and again, so I will just meet you back in Caldisla. See you there. You know, normally this would be the point where I say, oh, it's so nostalgic to finally be back, but we were here last episode. Yeah. Well, 2 episodes, but it wasn't really that long ago. Oh well, we'll go visit Egil and everything will be super good.
Oh, welcome back.
You're looking well.
I believe I have you to thank for that. I'm very grateful. Egil goes to the training hall at the castle every day about this time. He should return soon.
I'm back! Oh, it's you guys!
I have a favor to ask you, Egil. Can you let me have that orichalcum you found? I know it's a lot to ask.
We would really appreciate it, Egil.
Oh, please. No need to ask so politely. Of course you can have it.
Are you sure?
I get eggs for dinner every day here anyway. I can train and go to school as well. All because you rescued me from the sword bearers and brought me here. You needed to help someone out, right? In that case, it's yours.
Thank you, Egil.
Ah, the dear boy. So good, and looks like he is back up and running. It's good to see the innkeeper is back in tip-top shape. Alright, back to the Grandship for me. I will meet you guys there. You know, I really don't understand why they don't just cutscene you there and back. I mean, it's not like it's a far trip or anything. I mean, are they trying to tell you to grind a little bit? Maybe fight some monsters, get some experience or something? Or, I don't freaking know. Let's bring the orichalcum in. Okay, let's try opening up this door. Yes? Yes.
It opened!
Are none of you worried that we're following instructions in Ringabel's journal and that old manuscript without knowing what we're doing?
We have to act, whether we like it or not. What will happen to that poor proprietress if we can't keep the ship afloat?
Yeah, you're right. What's our next move?
The heart of the ship could be somewhere deep inside the engine room. We have to place the orichalcum in there, I guess.
Hold on. We don't know what will happen when we do that. Shouldn't we have everyone evacuate the ship first?
You're right. It doesn't look like this door has been opened in a while. Anything could happen.
There are 298 lifeboats in storage hold 89. It was written on the first page of the council record.
So the council members use those boats to escape. Good grief.
It can't be helped. Let's split up and lead the townspeople to safety.
Heard that loud and clear. We'll take care of the townspeople, don't worry.
Wow! So this is what the inside of the council hall looks like. You all head on into the engine room.
What about my name? And why do you ask? I don't know, the party chat just showed up and I felt the need to press it. I know that's... Mighty is an awfully impressive moniker for a little guy like me. His last name is Mighty? Alright, I'll bite. No, that isn't. It's fine, buddy. I don't mind. Don't worry about it. Dads and I both. Our names are weirdly at odds with our builds. Always have been. We used to get teased a lot as kids, and we pounded kids doing it. Normal kid stuff. I can just picture it. Having a name at all. Knowing your roots, I'd say that's a blessing in itself. Ah, right. You lost all your memories, didn't you, Ringabel? I I don't even know if Ringabel is supposed to be a given name or a family name. Yes, very tragic. Now stop talking. Dad and I always talked about how we wanted to just ditch our names. Wanted? In past tense? Yeah. At my old man's funeral, everyone who came by to talk to me said the same thing. He was a little man with the biggest heart I've ever seen. He never ran, even from a losing fight. He was the sort of guy to walk right up to a bigger man and sock him one in the gut. My old man wasn't big, but he was sure a heck mighty. I could feel it that day. Something important, handed down from my grandpa, to him, to me. It was like I could hear him telling me it was my turn now, my time. I understand that feeling well. All vestals adopt the name of Oblige. Like you, we continue the chain, connecting past and future. Golly, my name's nothing to compare to a vestal's, but thanks. The way I see it, something I didn't care about at all turned into something I like, that's all. And you still punch anyone who makes fun of it just as hard. Bwahahaha. Ha, ain't that the truth. Note to self, do not pick a fight with either of those. Especially Mr. Mighty there. Out of curiosity, are all the shops still there, or are they all evacuated? I'm gonna assume they're still there. But can you imagine I go back down there to try and save, and the save man's gone? And this dungeon looks badass. Oh yeah, definitely a badass dungeon.
I've never seen an elevator like that. How far down did it take us?
My ears are popping like crazy.
This must have existed since the time that old manuscript was written, but it still looks in working condition.
You know, I have a really bad feeling about this.
You and me both, Dia. This is kind of weird. I mean, these things have been here since how long, and how exactly has this been maintained all this time? I mean, you can't expect machinery just to stay in working condition non-stop, and there are monsters here too? And they get first strike? I call BS. Thank you, Angelic Ward. But thankfully they're not doing a whole lot of damage, so that's promising. I guess I don't really need the auto potion on Dia anymore, and that would probably be a good idea to take it off, because otherwise I'm going to run out of potions, but oh well. Alright, let's see, do I have miscellany on anybody? I don't think I do. I will have to correct that after this battle then. So, I'm going to guess that they're weak to electricity, so let's go for some Zeus Wraths on all foes, see what kind of damage we can do. Agnès? Yeah, without knowing what family they're in, I guess they can't really do a whole lot. So I guess we'll just default with Agnès for now. Ringabel, let's go for your special. Get your crit rate up. And just go for some regular attacks, I guess. And Dia will unleash your special too, because why not? So, full up, Moon Shadow on the fish. And I guess we'll go for... We'll keep a Nothing Ventured on us, just for good measure, and some stomps.
Enough!
Alright, one special is going to do about 4,000 damage, and it's not dead, so that means it does have a fair bit of bulk on it. Oh, never mind, it has about 8,000 HP. Spray, that's going to do what? Not a whole lot, apparently. Ooh, we got like 34 jaw points for that. That's pretty good. You know what? I'm liking this area already. So I'm going to go and put Freelancer onto one of our support abilities so that we can examine all this stuff, and I will be a moment. Alright, and we are good to go. So over the last couple of days, I've been watching a Let's Play by Hero Volty for Pokemon Stadium. No, not Pokemon Stadium, I am thinking of the predecessor of the game. He's been playing Pokemon Coliseum, and you're new, but you're probably weak to electricity. So while we examine him, I'm just gonna go do this, and then run the default. And thing. Okay, that is a fairly hilarious animation. He just splashes about. But, oh man, the nostalgia feel of Pokemon Colosseum. Let's see, how can I go about this? So he's aquatic, he's weak to electricity, so I think Ringabel can pretty much take this guy out entirely by himself. We'll go for some sword magic, we'll go for a Thundara, followed by some Undead Slaying, and we'll see what that does. It's just, there's so many things about that game I've completely forgotten about how there's perma-wind. No matter where you are, there's always wind blowing at your back in your badass coat. Or how the battle music just sounds so amazing. It's actually one of the games I guess I really want to see a remake on the 3DS or on some other console, maybe... Well, maybe not necessarily the Wii U per se, maybe on a digital download somehow. But I've really been enjoying it. It's made me want to play that game like crazy. Okay, you're a fish. You're probably weak to electricity. Actually, out of curiosity, Ringabel, can you take these guys out by yourself? By equipping a Thundara, followed by, I think it's an Aquatic Slayer. Let's give that a try. And Adia, I will put a Nothing Ventured on you. This way you can counter, do some damage, just in case. Aquatic Slayer's gonna do about 3,000 damage. Interesting. That should take out one of them by easily, by himself. Buzzsaw is doing very little damage, but it did debuff us. That is fine. Okay, well, let's see. I can go for a widen area, go for a high potion on all allies. And on yes, let's go for some ninjutsu. Let's give that a try, see how that turns out. And Adia, let's go for some stomps. 600 damage. Okay, that's not great damage or anything along those lines. But I think I can make this work. I feel like I was going on a tangent before that monster encounter. I don't know what it is. New monsters, what else we got here? Okay, Swordfish plus Undead Thingamajiggy, okay. So let's see, let's go for a widen area, try and get our guys healed up. Agnes, I'm going to have you go for... Let's just try some regular attacks and see how that turns out. So let's go for the Mono Dawn. Ringabel will go for Thundara, followed by some Aquatic Slaying onto the Zombie Shark. And Adia, I guess, will go for a... Let's see, we want 3 of these. So we are going to go for a Nothing Ventured. This will allow us to counter. And then we'll go for a full cover on both Ringabel and Agnes, because they are probably going to die pretty soon. Alright, Thundara plus Aquatic Slayer is going to 2-hit KO the Shark. Combination attack does about 500 damage, not very good, but the whole point about the spear is just to get our specials up, so probably fine by me. It's interesting how originally Agnes was my sort of defensive core. She was the person that was doing all the healing and all of the buffing before, and now that role is kind of switched over to Tiz, and now Agnes is kind of my offensive core, sort of. I mean, she's not doing a very good job now, just because I don't really have her well equipped for it, to be honest. I'm just gonna duplicate what I just did here. Put it on auto. But I can imagine if I optimized her build a little bit better, then she could be a very massive physical tank. And Ringabel has just been completely rocking the Ranger class. I'm really, really impressed by the build I've got going on here with Ringabel. Add on the elemental damage from the sword magic plus the hunting, and we're having no problems dealing with these monsters so far. Before I forget, I really should quickly heal everyone up though, just for good measure. Didn't really need to heal Adia, but that's fine. And is there anything worth grabbing down there? Probably, but we'll move on. I will probably end up coming back here just to do some grinding anyways, so it's not like I can't just come back. Oh no. This is exactly like the clock tower in Chime, I think it was. I went to get the Time Mage asterisks. So that means it's another puzzle area. Yay! Puzzle areas! But at the very least I can put this on auto. Because Ringabel is running very low on MP. Okay, we'll have to fix that. We will have to fix that. But is everything in here undead? If everything in here is undead, then I can't grab any more MP. You know what? Screw it, I will just use Ethersen. I do not want to take that risk again of what happened back in the underlay, or the underflow, where I accidentally tried to steal MP from a dead monster, and then he just turned around and completely took away all of my MP, and then I didn't have any ethers, and I had to go all the way back. It was a mistake I don't want to make again. But yeah, I really am liking this build I've got of Ringabel. Before, I've had mixed feelings about Ringabel, because before he would do very little damage, then he'd do a lot of damage, then he'd go back to doing a little damage. And we gotta have like this really good build going on here right now. So this actually might be the first class that I actually take the trouble to master all the way up to level 14. I think we're currently only on level 11 with the Ranger class right now. There's nothing really worth grabbing beyond that level for the Ranger, but at the same time though, Ringabel's just doing so much damage and he's doing so well in that class, I don't really want to pull him away from it. Yeah, I can totally just leave this on auto. I'm really hoping that once we get into the 4th chapter or into other areas that we'll be able to find better spots for grinding. Because there's a lot of really good abilities I can get past level 10 for almost all of the classes, but to grind them at our current locations is just not feasible. It would take way too long for me to sit there and to go and grab them. Which is, you know, that's the way it should be. You know, you shouldn't be able to get like all the really good abilities really early. You know, you have to be able to work for them, right? Because I think the White Mage has the ability to do something called Epic Cast, which allows it to extend its magic beyond a single user. So if you use Shell, you'd be able to use Shell on everybody. Granted, of course, that is outclassed by the Performer asterisks at this point, so it wouldn't really matter, but there are some really good abilities in the Monk class. I think there's a passive ability, or there's an attack that allows you to do a strike that completely ignores your opponent's physical defense. Same with the Black Mage, I believe. There's an ability you can get that will completely ignore magical defense. And I imagine that once we get into the later chapters, the opponents will have really strong defenses, potentially. I mean, nothing along the lines of, you know, Chogmar, where he had 9,999 magic defense and physical defense, but I imagine there might be a tankier opponent later on, and being able to have those abilities would be fairly useful. So I'm really hoping I can find an area that gets me about, oh, I don't know, maybe 100 job points per battle? Maybe? I mean, granted, I do have JP up on both Tiz and Agnès right now, but that's not really enough to make it overly worthwhile to grind. Also, we have a Dark Stomper, and this could be problematic. Well, we'll see how this turns out, I guess. So I would like to examine at least the Dark Stomper. Okay, let's see what we got here. Miscellany, we'll go for an examine on this thing, and everyone else has negative BP, so they can't do anything anyways. We got Fear, that's fine. Alright, let's see what we got here. 5,000 hit points, weak to wind, and your inorganic. Okay, we can't do anything against the inorganics. Those are like the other family of monsters that I can't really do a whole lot against. But we do have access to wind, so we can use, I think it's called a Tengu Yan, and that will be super effective. And Adia, I guess I can go for some... I'll put a Nothing Venture, then we'll just go for some stomps. Get some extra damage on the dark, on something, I guess. Anything's fine. Thankfully the monsters here aren't too bad, I mean with the exception of Agnes dying there, but they're not overly difficult at this point. Granted, I could be wrong. I could go into the next floor and there will be something really, really evil that will destroy me and make me regret my decisions in life. So I'm gonna heal up and we'll continue. We'll continue onwards, I suppose. So a lot of the early abilities are really easy to grab, which is something I quite like in this game so far. The fact that you can just grab what you need and then move back to your old class. You're never really set within a single class for a very long period of time. You can always just pick and choose what you need to do. And I'll just evolve with Tiz. And what can we do with Agnes here? I guess we should... I should really be using Aquatic Slaying. Get some extra damage in... I won't bother. We need to keep the MP. I would like to hold on to some ethers just in case. So we're just going to keep on building up our special here, and hopefully we can use it later on. So we'll go for some regular attacks, regular attack, regular attack, regular attack. Ringabel, we want Thundara, followed by Aquatic Slaying from the Hunting. And Adia, I guess I can just go for some stomps, I guess. We'll go for a Nothing Ventured, followed by 3 stomps. And that should set up our auto for at least a little while. This is more or less what I'm doing whenever I grind. I just find some way that I can one-shot everything in a single turn, and then I just put it on auto and then I just wiggle the joystick back and forth for a good while. As long as I have a earbud into the gamepad, I can tell what's going on, and then I can... My right hand is completely free to do other things. I can type things, I guess. I can work on other stuff. I've even done this with Pokemon quite a few times, where I'll be just spamming the A button, trying to grind up Pokemon's levels with my left hand, and then I'll be working on something else with my other hand. I've even gone to the point of practicing kanji with my right hand while I grind stuff. It's oddly effective. And it looks like we got Combat Kit. It is an ability that will raise physical attack and magic attack by 25% upon evading, so that will work really well with transients. But it's a passive, we'll have to equip it, but I don't need to worry about that right now. Easy damage. Okay, so we're getting about 37 jaw points each run here. That's roughly what I would expect, based off what was outside of Heart's Child. Ringabel, you need more MP. I will just use one of these. I could equip the Asper to the bow and arrow, but that takes longer. Raikiri. So what does that do? Raikiri, weapon. Nullifies like... Seriously? That is pretty cool. I should put that on Adia. So we are going to switch that out. Nice! Now we have electricity immunity. That is so cool! And we gotta be nearly done this dungeon by now, right? I mean, we've explored a decent chunk of it. Oh crap, I didn't want to go auto on this. Well, this is the exact reason why I put Tiz on default, because on the next turn, I'm basically just going to Brave 4 times... Crap. What I was going to say was, I was going to Brave 4 times with Tiz, and then I'd be able to use the wind items multiple times. That plan kind of went away very, very quickly. Okay, well, we can still make this work, probably. So we will go for a Remedy onto Tiz, and hopefully he won't die this turn. If not, I might have to use an SP, just to make sure I don't have to go all the way back to the beginning. and do this all over again. Okay, we're good. So Tiz, we want the Tengu Yawns, which are all the way at the bottom. I'm still firm about this whole put attack items in their own section, kind of. Just because it's really far down and it'd be a lot faster just to tap out and then tap back in. That's a separate option. But maybe that's just me. Ah, crap, it lived. Alright, Agnès, special time. Or just regular attack, it should be dead soon. And just regular attack. Alrighty, I'm gonna go heal up. I'm starting to notice over the last couple of days that it's just been getting a lot warmer now that it's finally summer. I mean, it's still early mid-May right now. Recording this on the 13th-ish, and it isn't just me. I mean, I'm noticing that a lot of other YouTubers, I guess, have been commenting on this, how it's been a lot warmer lately, and it just gets really uncomfortable when you're recording. It really does. I mean, I'm just sweating like crazy right now, but I don't really feel comfortable keeping a window open, because then what happens if there's a siren going by? Okay, I need to reset my auto here somehow, but you are in the way, good sir. So let's see, let's go for... Let's just use the Tengu Yawns, just because, just for good measure. Let's see, Agnès, I'm gonna have you go for... we'll just go for some regular attacks, that's fine. Attack each one. Ringabel, we will go for a Sword Magic Thundara, and then go for Aquatic Sling on the Remora, and one Aquatic Sling on the Dark Stomper. I'm actually going to take one of those back. So all I'm doing right now is just setting up the auto so that I can just keep using this over and over again. And then with Adia, we'll go for a Nothing Ventured, followed by Chivalry, Stomp, Remora, Dark Stomper, Dark Stomper. And this will hopefully take it out in this one turn. Weak point, nice. Alright, decent amount of damage. Alright, looks like our auto is back up and ready to go, and... Did that door completely open? Yes, it did. Okay, we can head back over there and move on. I've never been a big fan of these puzzle-type dungeons just because they take a while to do. I mean, they're so fun, mind you. And thankfully this one doesn't feel overly long. Nothing like, I guess, what's a good comparison? Victory Road in the Pokemon series. Victory Road in Pokemon is always incredibly long, and there's always a HM strength puzzle involved somehow that makes it feel even longer. Because there you are, you've completed the badges, you've gotten everything that you need to in order to complete the game, and then the only thing that's standing between you and Championship is to defeat the Elite Four, and then you can finally move on to all the post-game stuff. And usually, like, for most, people within my age demographic that play Pokemon more as a, competitive... Wow... I think we can auto this, that's fine. Because this will just use his Tengu Yawns, and that should take them out. But most of the people in my age demographic, they will just kind of play Pokemon more like as a strategic battling game. So there's tons. Oh, had the cough. There is tons of lore and documents out there that tell you how to. They give you all these battle strategies and all these move sets and all this other stuff. There's a lot of reading involved if you want to do well in competitive Pokemon battling. So this is the one thing that is stopping you from moving on to the post game stuff. We're fine. Our HP is okay. And the fact that there's always that stone moving puzzle just makes this feel even longer. It's just so irritating. I mean, again, it's still fun, but I could do without it. Like right now, like I kind of want my victory road just to be just basic battles. Fight the trainers, get extra XP before you fight the Elite Four, and then you move on. I feel like it's kind of the same with most other puzzle dungeons. We're fine. Still fine. I mean, I'll have to heal Ringabel, but yeah, that's fine. And particularly, you know, I end up feeling that way during my Pokemon Y Nuzlocke. I was at the point where I was starting to get really frustrated because a lot of my team members just kept on starting to die a lot. And I really didn't want to lose anybody really close to the end of the game, because then I would have to sit back, I have to grind them all back up all over again, and that would be super annoying to do. Plus, you know, at that point, you're really attached to your Pokemon, and we're fine. But that dungeon just kept on going on and on and on and on forever. Get that damage in! Is this the right way? I don't think so. I think I went the wrong way. Alright, back down. Where did that elevator go? So we go down this way. We haven't gone here before. Crap, I'm lost. Okay, this could take a while. So I'm just gonna put a speed up right here, and I will meet you at the elevator. Alright, I wasn't as lost as I thought I was. It was actually pretty straightforward. Alright, last elevator. And we do have an endpoint. Hopefully there was a save man here, because we have not saved in a while. Free Arctic Wind, very nice. And I think I'm starting to run low on Tengu Yawns as well. Be good if we can stock back up on those. First strike! Curse you and your speed. Get him! You will rue the day you tried to fight Team Terriermon. Just minus the Eggle. Okay, Tiz, Agnès, Ringabel, go. We need a new team name. Let's see, what can we name ourselves? Well, there's 4 of us, and we make our opponents see stars. So why don't we name ourselves Team 4-Star? What do you mean that's already taken? Like, really? Again? They're just my Ringabel. And they're just my Agnès. See ya! Run, Tiz! Alright, we have a save man, which is a good sign that we are about to fight something very, very scary. So, in the next episode, we will fight whatever lies beyond the save man. Save man cometh. As always, I thank you guys so very much for watching this, and I hope to see you next time. See ya!